Alaska Prepper says the government is not coming for your preps. Hey everybody, this is Michael with Asymmetrical Preparedness. I just watched, I think it's his most current video, Alaska Prepper. The other AP, the bigger AP. No, seriously, it was a good video. He made some really good points, some really valid points. I want to talk about that. And the way he approached it, maybe some little changes that, I might interject with, but I think it was pretty legit, pretty good video. His main points was the government trying to come and take all your preps, and how about 5% of Americans are preppers, about 15 million people, and how they don't have the manpower or the logistics or the storage facilities for all those preps. Good point, very good point. However, I wouldn't discount it totally. I wouldn't discount that totally, especially if we're in a major war and the War Powers Act is enacted and the government needs to go confiscate things for the greater good, that kind of stuff. So, I wouldn't discount it totally. I'm not saying he's wrong. I'm just saying I wouldn't discount that totally. There are different situations that may actually have that happen. But all in all, yes, good points. Yeah, they don't have the manpower, obviously, to go to everywhere at once. But they do have manpower to knock off certain people, like we've seen in the two first letter in the alphabet community, and how they make examples of people. And, or, like he said, fabricating events so that the people willingly choose to give up their stuff or give up their way of life or whatever it may be. They're really good at doing things like that, about making it look like it's your choice and that you are, this greater evil. There's this big thing going on, and, that you're willing to, help out society, help out your fellow man, help out your country, stuff like that. So you'd willingly give it up. That may be a case also. He talked a lot about digital currency. I am definitely not a fan of going anywhere near that direction, of course. Why not? Because digital currency is total power, total control over you. If you don't have cash, you don't have the ability to use cash, you cannot get outside the system. Also, well, other than bartering, you can still barter, and that is the way that it would have to go, I guess. If you were on their naughty list and you were blacklisted or whatever else like that, and they shut down, turned off your ones and zeros, so you didn't have access to buy things from the digital currency, whatever it may be. Your ability to procure food, they could shut you off. Cash can be controlled to a point, but not like that. That would be the ultimate control. Government, like I go into later on, government will control everything and pretty much own everything, because if they're able to turn stuff off, do you really own it, kind of thing. So anyway, before I get further in the video, got a lot of stuff to talk about, good points and stuff like that. Please subscribe. If you're new here, yes, definitely subscribe. Hit that thumbs up, share the videos, and comment below. Let me know what you're thinking. What you see as scenarios, and or how things can go down, and or likelihoods, whether you agree or disagree, stuff like that. I'm open for disagreement, no problem. Just, be civil about it. Don't be a jerk. I'm not on here being a jerk or bad-mouthing or trashing anybody, so please, keep it civil, keep it constructive. I'm wide open to constructive criticism, 100%. All right, yes, control. If it goes cashless society, digital currency, stuff like that, they control what you eat, how much you eat, your fuel, your water, and then let's get into some serious things. Freedom seeds, defensive tools, gear, equipment, armor. You think they're going to let you buy that kind of stuff? No way. They would just limit there's lots of different ways. If it's all digital, they could be like, okay, well, this person shut down your ability to go to these websites or something like that, or order from them, or order at all. They may just shut you down totally. That would be a way to strip away your 2 first level letter of the alphabet amendment rights. But rights can't be taken, right? Well, if they can be taken, they're not rights. So that's something to think about. Yeah, it'd be much easier for them to shut you down with things like that. That's why it's time to prepare now. That's why it's always been time to prepare now. I've been prepping for quite a while. I have quite a bit of food. I have a big garden. I have tribe. I have tools and the ability to feed them. I have training and skills. These are all things we got to do over time. It's not an instant process. It's not like, okay, I want to be a prepper. Day 1, okay, boom, in a week I'm prepared. It's not like that. It takes time and effort, so get into it now. But anyway, let's move on with the video. Turning people against themselves is one thing I wrote down. Yeah, turning neighbor against neighbor. When things get more difficult and people are starving, if the food supply gets more and more affected, whether by increased prices or the availability or droughts or famine and all this kind of stuff, if that happens, then people will be much more likely to turn each other in for a loaf of bread or for a government handout or for credits in their digital money system. Think about it. That's totally likely. And there's a lot of people that would do that. Yes, narc on each other for handouts. Totally. You don't see that happening. You don't see the likelihood of that. Depends on where you live. Where I live, I know for a fact that over half of the people around me in my immediate area would not do that. But that still leaves the others, maybe 30%. But that's still enough, right? It's sad, but people will do it. It's why I want to get everybody on board with the preparedness. As many people as I possibly can. Like Alaska Prepper said. Talked about the government not coming for your preps. Well, that's because they may not have to. They may con other people into doing it for them. Think about that. Yes, he talked about the ability to own nothing. Well, if it's all digital, yeah. If they can turn it off with a flip of a switch, or the stroke of a key button, whatever. Oh, I'm not technologically advanced. You can tell. Keystroke, yes. Then really, do you own anything? Will you own anything? Something to think about. And I love this, a quote by him. They can demonetize your life. Yeah, totally. Just like here on this platform, they do the same thing to us here because they don't like what we're saying. They don't like you. They don't like me. That's why, speaking of that, check out the link in the description below for Patreon. I can actually speak my mind there, not in parables and codes. So it's $1 a month. So much exclusive content there. And trying to up my game every day. Trying to make it always better there for the community. Team AP, join us on Patreon. I would love to see you guys there. And he also mentioned, let me check the time because of my downloadability. I can't make my videos too long. Or my uploadability, my internet, my crappy high-speed internet. Alaska Prepper mentioned that this might lead to causing the Great Awakening. He didn't use that term, but that's what I'm calling it, causing a Great Awakening. For people finally realizing, wow, this is messed up. A lot of people would go along with it, though. A lot of people, it may improve their lives. He talked also about a universal basic income. That's a bunch of socialist bull S right there. Yeah, I'm not down with that. You shouldn't get something for nothing. You should work hard for what you get so that you can earn it. Being an asset to society, not a liability. Because if you're getting a handout, it's coming from somewhere. It's coming from somebody else. It's coming from you. It's coming from me. It's coming from other people that are working hard. That's why socialism collapses. Anyway, this is why channels like Alaska Prepper, myself, a lot of other channels. Ice Age Farmer, Adapt 2030, Bear Independent, Magic Prepper, The Max. There's a lot of good channels out there. Southern Prepper 1. There's a lot of good channels out there. This is why, oh, there's a sound of freedom right there. I don't know if you heard that. This is why a lot of us, talk about self-sufficiency and self-reliance and how homesteading is a really great thing to do if you can. You should prep, but you should also be a homesteader. You should be moving that direction as much and as quickly as possible. Doing things like this, gardening, growing your own food, raising your own animals, stuff like that. Your ability to take care of yourself outside of the system. Because if the system collapses and or switches to a digital currency and they can control it, you got to have a way to get outside their system if you truly want to be free. If you want to maintain your freedom, you got to do it. So that's important. Yes, the ability to take care of yourself, take care of your family, meet your own needs. I get it. There's no way I can take care of every single thing my family needs. But if we simplify our lives and go back to basics, then I might be able to do that. Much more able to do that if we are moving that direction now. Back to the basics. Only the things that matter. Not all the fluff. Not all the nice little things that we enjoy. Getting outside our comfort zone. Making do with less. Recycling. Upcycling. MacGyvering things around. Figuring out how to do things ourselves. That is the way to go. That is what will make us truly successful. Will we all survive what's coming? Probably not. No. Actually, as a matter of fact, we will not. All of us will not survive. I may not survive. Somebody much less prepared than me may survive. It's all, we don't know. He knows. And that's another thing. Trust in him, but do your part. Check the time. All right, we're good. Got to wrap it up now because I got to get this video uploaded for tomorrow. I love you guys. Thank you very much for being here. Remember that prepping is living insurance and to try to make it fun. If you make it fun, it becomes a way of life and you enjoy it. Have a wonderful day and blessings to you and yours.